Nobody got rich from one decision. Not the lottery winners who kept it, not the founders who sold companies, not the quiet person at your job with the paid off house and the full retirement account. They got rich from habits so small that nobody watching them would ever notice. No big swing, no secret stock tip, just the same boring move, repeated so many times that the math eventually had no choice but to work. I built my own net worth this way, slowly, then suddenly. And when I look back at what actually did it, it was never the exciting stuff. It was 10 habits, most of them take less than 5 minutes, that I repeated until they became invisible. I am Mike. Today I am walking you through all 10 in order. And I am saving the one that made the biggest difference, the one almost nobody talks about, for the very end. Stick around for it, because number 7 is the one that quietly changes everything else on this list. Quick reality check before we start. Most people think wealth is built through information, the right stock, the right side hustle, the right insider move. So they spend years hunting for a secret that does not exist, while ignoring the habits sitting right in front of them. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Almost nobody goes broke from lack of information. There are more free finance videos, calculators, and guides on the internet right now than any human could watch in a lifetime. The information problem was solved years ago. What is not solved is the habit problem. Knowing you should save is not the same as automatically doing it every single month for a decade without thinking about it. That is the entire difference between the people who quietly get rich and the people who quietly do not. Not intelligence, not income. Habits, repeated past the point of being interesting. Let's go through all 10, and I will show you exactly why each one matters. Before the list, you need to understand why habits beat decisions. A decision happens once. You decide to invest $5,000 this year. Why? Good. But next year, you have to decide again. And the year after. Every single year, your motivation has to show up and win an argument against your future self, who would rather spend the money on something that feels good right now. A habit removes the argument entirely. You are not deciding whether to save this month. The decision was already made, once, a long time ago, and now it just runs. It does not care if you are tired, distracted, stressed, or having a bad week. It happens anyway. This is the actual mechanism behind almost every quiet fortune. Not genius. Automation of good behavior. Researchers who study behavior change call this friction. The less friction between you and a good decision, the more consistently it happens. Wealthy people, whether they know the term or not, spend years lowering the friction on saving and investing and raising the friction on impulsive spending. That is what this whole list actually is. 10 ways to change the friction in your life until wealth becomes the default outcome instead of something you have to fight for every day. Think about the difference between a savings account you have to manually transfer money into and one that already has the money in it before you ever open the app. Same account, same balance, but one required you to win a small argument with yourself first, and the other never asked the question at all. Multiply that gap across 100 small decisions a year, for 20 years, and you get two completely different financial lives from two people who were never actually that different to begin with. Habit 1. Pay yourself before anyone else touches your paycheck. The moment money lands in your account, a piece of it should already be gone, moved automatically into savings or investments before rent, before groceries, before anything. Not what's left over at the end of the month, what's set aside at the very beginning of it. Most people save whatever survives their spending. Wealthy people spend whatever survives their saving. Same paycheck, opposite order, completely different outcome 20 years later. Habit 2. Track net worth, not income. Income is a headline number. It goes up, it goes sideways, and it says almost nothing about whether you are actually building anything. Net worth, what you own minus what you owe, is the real scoreboard. I check mine once a month on the same day every time. It takes 4 minutes. That one habit alone changes how you see every purchase because you start asking, does this move my number up or down instead of, can I afford the monthly payment? Habit 3, keep a boring emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of basic expenses sitting in a high-yield savings account, doing nothing exciting at all. This is not an investment, it is an airbag. The people who quietly get rich almost never sell their investments at the worst possible moment because they never have to. When life throws a surprise at them, a car repair, a medical bill, a layoff, they pay it from cash, not from their portfolio. That single habit prevents more financial damage than almost any investing strategy could ever create. 3 habits down. None of them require a special skill. All 3 just require repetition. Now here's where most habits of rich people videos get lazy. They give you a list and stop. They never explain why the list works, so you forget it by tomorrow. I want to show you the pattern hiding underneath these habits, because once you see it, you cannot unsee it, and it will change how you build every habit after this video. Habit 4. Automate everything you can. Every habit on this list gets stronger the moment you stop relying on yourself to remember it. Automate the transfer to savings. Automate the investment purchase. Automate the bill payments so nothing is ever late. Every dollar of your financial life that runs without your daily involvement is a dollar protected from a bad mood, a bad day, or a moment of temptation. Habit 5. Increase your savings rate with every raise, not your lifestyle. This is the one that quietly separates people making the same salary into completely different financial futures. When your income goes up, the instinct is to upgrade. Nicer apartment, nicer car, more takeout. Instead, take half of every raise and route it straight into investments before you ever get used to spending it. You never miss money you never let yourself feel. Habit 6. Buy time back, not stuff. Rich habits are not about deprivation. They are about redirecting spending toward things that create more time, more energy, or more income. A tool that saves you 5 hours a week, a course that raises your earning power, a service that removes a task you hate. Broke spending buys objects that decay. Wealthy spending buys leverage. Notice something about habits 4 through 6. None of them are about willpower. They are about designing your life so that the right behavior happens automatically and the wrong behavior requires extra effort to reach. That is the actual secret, not discipline. Design. Let's keep going. 4 more habits, and then the one I promised you at the start. Habit 7. Never carry a balance on high-interest debt. This is the one nobody wants to hear because it is not exciting, and it does not feel like a wealth habit. It feels like a responsible adult habit. But credit card interest, often sitting north of 20% a year, will out-earn almost anything you could realistically do in the stock market. Paying off a high-interest balance is a guaranteed, tax-free return that most investments cannot compete with. The quietly rich treat carrying that kind of debt as an emergency, not a normal part of life. Habit 8. Buy assets that appreciate. Avoid liabilities disguised as rewards. An asset puts money in your pocket over time. A liability takes money out of it, even if it feels good to own. A rich habit is asking before every large purchase, is this going to make me money, save me money, or just make me feel richer for a weekend? Most financial regret in life traces back to skipping that one question. Habit 9. Review subscriptions and recurring costs every few months. Recurring charges are designed to be forgotten. That is the entire business model behind them. A 10-minute review done a few times a year routinely finds forgotten subscriptions, outdated insurance rates, and services nobody in the house actually uses anymore. It is one of the lowest effort, highest return habits on this entire list, and almost nobody does it on a schedule. Habit 10. Read or learn something about money on purpose, regularly, not obsessively, not doom-scrolling finance content until 1 a.m., just consistently. A book, a video, an article on some kind of recurring rhythm. Financial literacy compounds exactly like money does, slowly and then all at once. The day you are faced with a decision everyone else in the room is guessing at, and you already know the answer. Notice something about these 10 habits as a group. None of them require a raise, a windfall, or a lucky break. They work at $35,000 a year and they work at $350,000 a year because they are not really about how much money passes through your hands. They are about what happens to it the moment it arrives. That is why the exact same list works for a 19-year-old with their first paycheck and a 50-year-old catching up late. The habits don't scale up with income. Income scales up around the habits once they're already running. That is also why chasing a bigger salary before fixing the habits so often backfires. More money just moves through the same leaky system faster, and the leaks get bigger too, not smaller. Now, the one I promised you, the habit hiding underneath all 9 of the others. It is this: Reviewing your money on a fixed schedule no matter what is happening. Every single habit on this list only survives if you actually check in on it. Automation without review turns into automation on autopilot toward a goal you quietly abandoned 2 years ago. A short scheduled check-in, weekly or at minimum monthly, is the habit that keeps every other habit honest. It catches the subscription that crept back in. It catches the emergency fund that got drained. It catches the savings rate that never actually went up with your last raise. This is habit number 7, and it is the quiet manager sitting behind the other 9. Now I need to flip the script and give you a warning, because this is where most people who hear a list like this go wrong. They hear 10 habits and try to install all 10 at once, starting Monday. By Thursday, they are exhausted, they have broken 3 of the habits already, and they conclude that habits don't work for me. That conclusion is wrong. The mistake was the rollout, not the habits. Behavior researchers who study habit formation consistently find that stacking too many new behaviors at once collapses the success rate for all of them. Willpower is a limited resource on any given day. 10 new habits at once means 10 things competing for the same small pool of daily discipline. And discipline always loses eventually, but that is exactly why we are trying to build habits instead of relying on it in the first place. The quiet trap is trying to look like a finished, disciplined person overnight, instead of becoming one slowly. The fix is almost insultingly simple. Pick one habit from this list, the one that feels easiest, not the one that sounds most impressive. Run it for 2 to 4 weeks until it stops requiring thought. Then add the next one. 10 habits installed one at a time over 10 months will still be running in your life 5 years from now. 10 habits installed in one chaotic week will mostly be gone by next month. Slow is not the compromise here. Slow is the strategy. Let me put numbers on this so it is not just a feeling. Meet Jordan and Casey. Same salary, $55,000 a year. Same starting point, 0 savings. Jordan reads a list exactly like this one, gets excited, and tries to change everything at once. Automate savings, cut every subscription, track net worth, read a finance book a week, cook every meal at home. 3 weeks in, life gets busy, one habit slips, then another, and by month 2, Jordan is back to where they started, feeling like a failure and avoiding the topic of money altogether for the rest of the year. Casey picks one habit, automating a modest transfer to savings the day after payday. Nothing dramatic, just $200 a month to start. That habit runs quietly for a month. Then Casey adds the emergency fund habit, then the subscription review. One habit every 4 to 6 weeks, stacked slowly, boringly, without any single big moment of transformation. By month 12, Casey has 5 of these habits running automatically. By month 24, all 10. None of it ever felt hard, because no single addition ever asked for much. Run that forward on an assumed 8% long-term market return. A simplified, hypothetical average, not a promise, since real returns vary year to year. And Casey's steadily growing automated contributions compound into a meaningfully larger portfolio over the following 2 decades than someone who starts and stops repeatedly with the same total effort. Consistency, not intensity, is doing almost all of the work in that gap. Jordan is not lazy. Jordan just tried to sprint a marathon. Casey simply walked it, one habit at a time, and never had to stop. Here is the part that stings a little. If you asked either of them a year in who was better with money, most people would guess Jordan, the one reading books, tracking everything, talking about finance constantly. Casey just looks like someone quietly living their life. But Casey is the one whose habits are still running 2 years later, and Jordan is the one who has started over 3 separate times. Visible effort and lasting results are not the same thing, and mixing them up is one of the most common mistakes in personal finance. If you are still here, you're clearly someone who actually wants to build the habits, not just watch a list and move on. So real quick, I run a small private community outside of YouTube where I share the actual systems behind videos like this one. The trackers I use to check net worth once a month. The exact way I stack these 10 habits over 2 years without burning out. Conversations with other people doing the same slow, boring work in real time. It's not a get-rich-quick group. No signals, no guarantees, nothing flashy. Just a quieter place to build the habits properly with people who are doing the same thing. If that's useful to you, the link is below. If not, no worries. The ending of this video is worth staying for either way. Here's what I actually want you to walk away with today. None of these 10 habits are impressive on their own. Nobody would watch you automate a transfer or check a spreadsheet or cancel a forgotten subscription and think, wow, that person is going to be rich. That is exactly why they work. Wealth built this quietly never announces itself along the way. It only shows up as a number years later that surprises everyone except the person who built it. The habits are not the hard part. Repetition past the point of boredom is the hard part. Anyone can automate a transfer once. Very few people let that same transfer run untouched for 10 years. So here's the actual takeaway. 1. Wealth is built by habits, not decisions. A habit removes the daily argument with your future self. 2. Design your environment so the right behavior happens automatically, and the wrong behavior takes extra effort to reach. 3. The quiet manager habit, reviewing everything on a fixed schedule, is what keeps every other habit alive. 4. Install one habit at a time. Slow stacking beats fast burnout every single time. You do not need 10 new habits by next week. You need one running for a month and then the patience to add the next. And if none of these 10 feel like you yet, that's fine. That's normal. You are not behind because you haven't started. You are simply at the beginning of a list that other people are further along on, that's all. The habit that changes your life probably isn't the flashiest one on this list. It's usually the one you skimmed past because it sounded too small to matter. Go back and pick that one. Small, boring, and repeated for a long time is the whole strategy. It was never about finding a bigger lever. It was about pulling a small one every day, longer than anyone else was willing to. If this hit, tell me in the comments which one of these 10 you're starting with first. I read everyone and I pull the best ones for future videos. And next time, I'm breaking down the mistakes poor people make daily. The small, repeated moves that quietly keep people stuck, and how to spot them in your own routine before they cost you another year. I'll link it on screen. Until then, pick one habit, let it run, and let the boring math do the rest. Take care, build the habits, and don't rush the list. Mike out.